top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Missouri head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, and he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it. Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, is really proven to be a great back.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Finds the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
He'll bring it out. It's Lee. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll try the left side.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Showing off the arm. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's Stockton. Got it. There's a crease. Smashes ahead. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. Off the RPO, complete. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting the scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll try it again. Oh, he's got a chance. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Got a little grass. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing, his contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed in the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Could be an alley. And he's in, pounded his way in score. Touchdown, Missouri! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Makes a move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's 2nd in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
Now the bench. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, give to Hardy. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. Here's Simmons to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Moving out to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical third down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the 1st down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem because I just know it's like backyard football again. Growing up as a kid, he just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the 1st down.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll run it with Hardy. Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff for Frazier. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Handoff, Frazier running left. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the catch. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Duke Blue Devils.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the Hurricanes who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They're up to double digits, 10 straight victories on the season without a single blemish.
Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They go right back to Hardy. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Hardy. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Throwing Simmons. Now sliding to his left. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw at Simmons. Trying to set up the screen. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's a give to Hardy. Finding some room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. not to drown in the noise. It's complete to the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Roberts. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to Hardy. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Again, it's Hardy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Here's Hardy. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? They'll keep it on the ground with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! That one will give them the lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the 1st. All by himself down the middle. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Simmons rushes on him. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Things working pretty well well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Frazier again. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off. But that was a big one, no question.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll give to Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Gets the back moving. Here's Simmons to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Makes the grab. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one.
There's some room. Picks up the first down. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Working that left side. Gashes him in the middle. Past the 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point ties the game in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Get it out on the screen. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Roberts. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They go play action with Simmons. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. The give to the tailback. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Simmons. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
They'll give it to Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Simmons. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Georgia using its final timeout here. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Here's a give to Frazier. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got the quick pass. Makes the catch, and he's free. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
He might want another play. To the air on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and
looking for more room. Got enough for the first. Smashes through the tackle. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. 1st and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. They'll run it. It's Roberts. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Running free. Takes it into the house, and the clock is at 0, and they're down a single.
How about this team coming up clutch in a big moment, and this crowd is going nuts. The late touchdown with no time on the clock. Now just kick the PAT, go into overtime.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. They'll go to the air. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these 2 teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, just